YouTube. So when you come on, please tell me hello. Tell me how you're doing today. Tell us where you're from. So if you're watching this video right this very second on Facebook, it's very likely that you are watching the replay. Please put hashtag replay in the comments so I know when you're watching. So today I'm going to do something a little different than you've ever seen me do. I'm going to work with some artificial blooms. So I have wanted to, we just had, oh, it's fixing. We had some funny things come up on the screen, so I'm sorry. I have been wanting to work with some artificial blooms and kind of do some different event work with artificial flowers. So I thought that I would play with those and just have a display here in the store. So that's what we're going to work on today. I am going to actually use, are we frozen? We keep having something come up that says password.
You're good.
They're good? Okay. I am going to use a pool noodle as my foam. I have found, number one, a pool noodle is very inexpensive. $1 at the dollar store, 98 cents at Walmart, $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. Anyway, very cheap, and so works wonderful for foam, and your flowers stay in it really well. So this is several years back. I guess it was last year or the year before. I did a wedding where we did arrangements on these posts. These are wooden posts that that a gentleman made, and he told me at the end of the wedding that I could just keep them. So that was a blessing. And so he made 3 of these. I have 2 short and 1 taller. And so I thought we would play with this shorter one, and I'm going to use a pool noodle. When you come on, ask me some questions. Tell me how you're doing today. I've got both Victoria and Owen here. So y'all talk to me. And if you would do me a great big favor and sprinkle this video or share this video, that would be wonderful. Or give us a like if you're over on TikTok. We'd love for you to follow us. So I am going to take this pool noodle and I am going to just tape it to this post. So I'm just going to hold it right up. I have got waterproof tape. Now you can absolutely use zip ties if you wanted to. My zip ties aren't very long. So I just figured it's just as easy to take this tape and tape this into place.
On YouTube, Miss Angela says, hello from North Carolina.
Hey Angela, welcome. I'm so glad you're here with me.
Belle's Bliss Designs on Facebook says, hey ladies, hope you all had a wonderful vacation. I skipped away from the shop for an eye doctor's appointment.
Oh, I hope that everything turns out well at the eye doctor. We had a wonderful vacation. Thank you for asking. Hey Todd, go home with Dad.
Come on.
All right. So I have just taped that foam into place. Now you can tape it more, you can tape it less. I just used 3 different strips and it should hold fine. I'm going to start out, so in our back room, we had these garlands of foliage. This is just a garland that is eucalyptus. So I thought I would take my wire snips. So here at our flower shop, we have tons of flowers in the back room, just artificial blooms. And these were just some garlands that I think I bought them off of Facebook Marketplace. And so what I thought I would do is kind of come around with these garlands just to add foliage.
Sauceton777 followed us. Thank you.
Thank you for the follow. Thanks,
and
guys.
Miss Denise Guzman also followed us on TikTok. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Miss Sujin says, hey Monty, she's been busy with vegetables and has been missing us.
Oh, so glad you're here, Miss Sue. Thank you for watching. So with these are both, these are just garlands, and I've got lots of small pieces. What I'm going to do is I have these floral pins because they're not rigid. They're just kind of soft and loose garlands that you can easily lay on a table. I have some floral pins. They're just like a little U-shaped pin. Anyway, I thought I would just pin that greenery right into that foam and just use those pins here and there to kind of fill it up.
Following My Soul followed us. Thank you.
Hello,
And
hello.
Axel's mom also followed us. Thank you.
Kim Willis says, late coming in, what are you making?
So I am working on an artificial piece for the flower shop. I've been wanting to work on having some faux arrangements or artificial arrangements to be able to offer for rental. My mouth will not work today. And so that's what I was working on today, is working on an artificial arrangement that would be for like a large event or a wedding. You could rent them. And of course we could rearrange it, but I just wanted to kind of give an idea of things that we could do with artificial flowers.
Miss Anita Elliott followed us. Thank you, Miss Anita.
Thanks for the follows, guys. Thank you, thank you.
Miss Sheila Kendall says, hi all, I finished my last radiation treatment today and now enjoying watching y'all while resting.
Yay, I am so glad that you finished that. Congratulations. I know that that's a huge burden lifted. So happy for you, friend. We will pray that you get to feeling better quickly.
Following My Soul says, finally a page worth watching.
Oh, my.
Well, that's high acclaim. Thank you.
All right, so I've just kind of covered this with our faux greenery. And I'm just poking the ends right in. So there's our greenery. And really, that's a lot of greenery. That works out really well. Now, go ahead, Owen.
Share on TikTok is saying good afternoon.
Hello, hello, welcome. Okay, so I ordered some flowers from a new company from Thayer, and the company is called Sweet Home Decor. And so I just ordered some silk flowers to kind of see how they were. So these are white hydrangeas, and they come on a bush, just like that. They come on a bush. I just cut them off the bush. And then these are some little garden roses or some little spray roses, and I have lots of other things in here too. So I was going to show you how easily I just cut these all the stems off. So I'm just going to poke those right down into that foam. And you're just going to arrange it just as if it's fresh. So I'm just sticking those hydrangeas right in.
Dana Roberts says, I have that same blouse.
Do you? It's so comfortable.
Diane Hemming says, great to catch you live. Watching replays isn't as fun.
Oh, I'm so glad to be home.
Cher is asking, is this for a wedding or what is this for?
It's just, I just wanted to practice and play with it. It's actually just going to be a display here in the shop. But it would be rented for a wedding or an event.
On YouTube, you have a few comments. Grandma Val Gentry says, I'm so glad I get to see you live again. I so enjoy watching your shows. So many tips and tricks.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here, friend. Thank you for being here.
Jane Lewis says, it's 10:05 p.m. in Wales, UK. This looks so interesting. Hello to everyone.
Hello, friend. Hello, hello.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are just hydrangeas I poked in. I'm sorry, Victoria.
No.
I interrupted. I did not mean to.
That's okay. Rosemary says, hi from Mid Wales, UK. Really enjoy watching your tutorials. First time catching you live.
So glad you're here, friend. Welcome. Okay, so those are supposed to be David Austin roses. They're just a garden rose, and that came like on a little bush. And so what I'm going to do is take my wire snips, and I'm just going to cut each stem right off the bush. Now I'm trying to leave as much length on these flowers as I can because I want to be able to use them in other things. So I want to be able to use them for different arrangements. But I just cut all of the stems off individually.
Miss Sue says, I wonder if the person who thought up the pool noodle knew it would be so veritable.
Right, it is wonderful.
Miss Pam Ellis asks, yes, this is being made on a pool noodle, Miss Pam.
Yes, that's just a green pool noodle. Honestly, I tell you, my favorite pool noodles are the dark ones at Halloween. Like you can get black ones at Halloween from the Dollar Tree. And I like that one because it doesn't show through. You don't see all of the, you don't see the lime green.
Bell's Bliss Designs asks, did the David Austin bush come from Fair as well?
It did. It came from a company called Sweet Home Decor. And I ordered it off of Fair. So I just cut those off. But they are really pretty. They do look just like a garden rose. They're really, really pretty.
David Sharp says, it's been a while since I caught y'all live. I finally finished my chemo 2 weeks ago. I go the 15th for a body scan. Pray it comes out good.
I will certainly pray. I sure will. I'm so glad that you were able to finish.
Miss Anita is asking, what kind of stabilizer would you attach the pool noodle to make an over-the-window swag?
So I usually would just put hooks over the window, and that pool noodle will hook right onto those hooks. I have used command hooks like at home at Christmas time outside on my porch. I have used a pool noodle and done exactly this. And I just used hooks, and then I took florist wire and I just wired that pool noodle. I came around that pool noodle with the florist wire and then wired it to the hook, and it held perfectly. No problems whatsoever.
Cam says,
Garden roses,
hello.
our little spray roses. Hey Cam, how are you, friend?
He says, I'm getting ready to start college, getting my doctorate degree.
Wow, fantastic.
Wait, who's getting their doctorate degree?
Tammy Aldrich.
Oh.
Donna on YouTube says, I'm truly enjoying watching you daily up here in Washington State. I'm reopening my business thanks to you.
Fantastic, Donna. Congratulations. So I'm leaving the length on these stems and just sticking them right in. You can absolutely cut them with your wire snips. If you need them shorter, but I want to keep as much length on all the stems as I possibly can. So the wonderful part is that they will feed kind of right down into that noodle.
Rhea Norman says, it's mine and Mark's 40th anniversary tomorrow. I've been putting some ancient photos together. And then she asks, when did Mark think that mustache looked good?
Come on now. You thought he was mighty handsome, Rhea. You thought it looked good.
Cam says,
Congratulations, friend.
Cam says, I'm thinking about getting it in biblical studies.
Ooh, Cam, that's wonderful. Here's our roses. That's pretty sticking out. Let's see, what else did we get? Ooh, I got some eucalyptus. Some pretty eucalyptus that can be put in. We'll set that to the side. And I got, this is supposed to be lamb's ear. I got baby's breath, but the lady bought it all today, which was a blessing. I'm thankful to sell it. But I really wanted to use it in this, but that's some pretty lamb's ear.
Bell Splits Design says, I have a wedding next weekend, and the bride chose to do silks for the arch piece. So much easier and more sensible.
Absolutely. It is so hot. It is so hot. These are beautiful. So these are poppies. And I think they're going to be beautiful in this.
I think it's beautiful.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, Victoria, that's so pretty. Mm-hmm. That's so pretty. I'm going to leave these stems long. But see how fun this is and how versatile it'll be. I mean, I can certainly take these flowers out of this arrangement, put them in something different, in a different shape. We could do an arch or an arbor. We can do just about anything.
Rhea says Mark thinks the mustache was a mistake too.
That's so funny.
Cam asks if we enjoyed our vacation.
Oh, we had a wonderful time, Cam. We had a good time. It was very nice. It's a beautiful place. Destin, Florida is beautiful. And it's hotter in Mississippi than it was in Florida for sure. So I'm just taking each of these stems and pushing it right into that full noodle. I don't know if you've ever worked with artificial foam before, but that's Not cheap. It's fairly expensive. And you can only put so much, you can only put so many holes in it. It's going to fall apart. But this is kind of nice. So, ooh, those are so pretty.
Oh, D. Britton says, I can't believe I got you. I love your work.
Hello, friend. So glad you're here. The wonderful part, too, about artificial flowers is you can make them way ahead of time, can't you? Oh, those are beautiful.
Miss Margaret Lynch says, it's cold and raining in Southern Ireland. Fire, lightning.
Miss Margaret, thank you so much for the sweet note that you sent me. I opened up 2 notes today. I got one from Miss Janice Baxalone, the sweetest little card, and Miss Margaret sent a note to me and to my sweet mama. Thank you, Miss Margaret. Thank you for loving us. Thank you, Miss Janice. So thankful for you guys. Ooh, I love those, don't you? Mm-hmm. And so I'm just taking each stem . I have to work a little bit.
Following My Soul says, happy vibes from this page reminds me of my mom.
Oh. That's a sweet thing. I hope you have a sweet mama. All right, what's next? We got these are ranunculus. Look at that. Everything looks so real.
Karen Page is saying hello from New Zealand, and David Sharp says you do an awesome job.
Thank you, friend. Thank you, thank you. Hello, Karen. So glad you're here. Ooh, these are so pretty, y'all. So, so pretty. So you can keep adding as much as you want to. Or you can make it as sparse as you'd like.
Following My Soul says she has the best mom, so
Sounds
that's good.
Wonderful.
That is good.
Okay, I'm going to have to cut that stem because it is a little long.
Mike Mary Beth Raymond says, so would you use that at the end of a pew, or would you use that at an altar?
I could see using this as an altar. I almost could see making 2 or 3 of these and using them at the altar. You could use them at the entry to a space, an event space. But I would almost think that you could use it at the altar. It would be beautiful.
Miss Melissa says it's beautiful. Thank you, Miss Melissa.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Angela Bell on YouTube says, this is so beautiful. What is the pool noodle connected to?
It is connected to a piece of wood. I'll turn it around and show you. It is, so a couple years ago, we did a wedding where we added flowers to the altar, and it had 3 of these, but it's just a wooden pedestal. It's just wood, and they're just, I mean, it's a 2x4 that's got a base on the bottom, and it just stands up. And so I just taped the pool noodle in place. I did add bricks to the bottom just so that I wouldn't have any issues with it falling over.
Dawn Miller says, I saw with your rectangle gold frame you used for a centerpiece, they took a pool noodle and made an S shape in the middle of the rectangle and added flowers, and it was beautiful.
Ooh, how awesome is that? I need to find that picture. All right, there is those flowers. Next, we're going to come in with some greenery, and we'll fill in with, I think I have some more little roses that we can fill in. See if there's anything else.
Charlene Newberg on YouTube says, "Oh wow, I almost forgot catching you live while I'm running at the park."
Oh.
She says, "Hope you had a wonderful vacation."
We did. It was so nice. So glad you're here with us.
And Miss Jeanette on YouTube asks, "What would the cost be for something like this?"
So we would rent this. So I really haven't added up all the flowers. So I'll have to do a little. I have not really done any numbers yet to figure out what it would rent, but it's not expensive to rent, like $150 probably.
Judy Alexander asks, "Where did you order the flowers?" And Miss Margaret asks, "Are those silks expensive? They look very good quality."
Yes, they were not cheap silks. They were a little pricier than average. But I really like that because I didn't want it to look cheap. I wanted it to look like it was real pretty flowers. Because I've had a problem finding things that didn't look so cheap, if that makes sense. So I found these from a company called Sweet Home. Did I say that? Sweet Home Decor? Sweet Home Deco is the name of it. And it's on Fair. And so like the Real Touch, let's see, I have peonies, let's see. Like the rosebuds, the little rosebuds, artificial rosebuds, David Austin, are $13.98 a stem. So they're not cheap. That's the retail. The hydrangeas, the whole bush is $17.98. The ranunculus, $10.98 a stem. The eucalyptus, $9.98. The poppies are not terrible. They're $7.90. And then the lamb's ear is $5 a stem. And that's the retail prices.
Mike Mary Beth Raymond says, "Monty, you make it look so easy. I would join an online class if you would offer it."
Well, that is wonderful to hear. Thank you, thank you. We'll have to work on that.
Dawn Miller says, "It amazes me how something made for swimming can be used for many different things."
Isn't it wonderful, Dawn? Coming from somebody who can come up with wonderful ideas. Miss Dawn Miller is so crafty and can come up with some of the neatest ideas. Oh, I love the lamb's ear.
A few people are just now coming on and wanting to know what it's for.
So this is just practice. I have been thinking really hard about doing some rentals for weddings and events and different things. So I just wanted to get in some pretty quality silks and play with them and see. And so this is just going to be a display here in the store. But I wanted something, I've got a hole right there. I wanted something that we could use and show how pretty and how faux flowers don't have to be so faux. That makes sense.
Jordan Gilliam on TikTok says, "Hi, watch you on YouTube and love your page. Glad to find you here on TikTok too."
So glad you're here, Jordan. Thank you, thank you. I love the poppies. I think the poppies are my favorite, but those ranunculus are really pretty nice, and the David Austin roses are really, really pretty. So honestly, I think I am finished. Now I'll have to stand back and see if there are any holes that need to have flowers added to. But you can always come back in and add a hydrangea here and there to fill in some of those spots. But honestly, this didn't take tons and tons of flowers. I think I used 2 of the hydrangea bushes. I might have used 2 of the David Austin bushes. And then I used, I think, 6 stems or so of the roses. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stems of the, they're not anemones, they're poppies. And then the ranunculus. But it really didn't take tons and tons of flowers. And that is a beautiful display. Now, what I always suggest to brides often is if I don't have fresh looking foliage, if my foliage looks real artificial, I like to put fresh foliage into an artificial arrangement, because to me, something about fresh greenery makes all of those flowers look so pretty and fresh. But I really love the quality. I'm very, very pleased with the quality of these flowers.
Miss Tammy followed us on TikTok.
Thank you for the follow, Tammy. Thank you, thank
The
you.
Shed Styles also did as well.
Thanks for the follows, guys. I appreciate it.
Annalisa asks, or she says, this is beautiful. Where
Thank
do you
you.
order your artificial flowers and greenery?
So I order them from lots of different places. Like, it's hard to say one place in particular. I really like, I have never ordered from this company, but I'm very, very pleased with this company. And this one is called Sweet Home Deco, and I found them on Fair. We have also ordered from, what was the name of the silk company? I have ordered like cemetery silks from a company called Legs Manufacturing. What is...
Christopher.
David Christopher. I knew David, I couldn't get Christopher. David Christopher's has beautiful silks. And so just kind of here and there we found them. I've bought them on Amazon. I've bought them at different places. But I am very pleased with this quality. Now, they're not cheap flowers. They are pricey to turn around and retail, but they're beautiful, and I feel like they're well worth it for the quality. We do a lot of cemetery work also, and so from Legs Manufacturing, that's going to be all cemetery grade.
Pam Ellis says they look so real. The prices are great for how real they look. And Don Miller says, I don't think the cost of the flowers are bad for something you are going to rent out multiple times.
Right, and I agree, Dawn. And actually, the quality is great. Like, you don't look at them and say, oh, that is really fake. The quality is really great, and those ranunculus are amazing. I'm very, very pleased.
Justin at Green Wreath says hello.
Hello, Justin. Hello. Thank you for being
He
here.
says it's the first time catching you live.
So glad you are here, friend. Thank you for watching. Are there any more questions?
They're saying it's beautiful.
Guys, thank y'all for being here. I'm going to take it outside and take a picture. I think when we get it outside and see what it kind of looks like out there, it'll make a difference to see if we think it looks, if it would pass the real looking test. I'm very pleased though with the quality. If you have any questions about how we do things here at Flowers by the Bunch, you can always ask. You can send me a message on Messenger, or you can drop it in the comments here below, and I am so happy to answer any questions. I thank you. Did we go dark? Thank you for being here this afternoon. We will be back first thing in the morning over on Facebook to do a live video. We'll do a devotion, and we will be back tomorrow afternoon to make another flower arrangement. So y'all join me then. Have a great evening. See you soon.